Today's cocktail is the Blue Moon. The Blue Moon consists of 3/4 ounce gin and 1/2 ounce blue curacao shaken with ice and strained into a cocktail glass, garnished with a lemon peel. The Blue Moon is a variation of the gin and curacao or gin and triple sec combination. You get the herbal of the gin and the orange of the blue curacao. Again, it's blue, and blue is my favorite color. I like a nice blue cocktail. So this variation on the martini, again, it's a classic taste with a slightly different color, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. As always, drink responsibly, and if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend that you try the Blue Moon cocktail.
I love that your calendar just says shenanigans.
It says what?
Shenanigans.
Oh, no, that's a slide. That's not a calendar.
And then some half-naked chicks and a NOPI ticket. Right.
Because look at the calendar. Look at the Saturday and Sunday in April 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the date on the ticket.
The 27th.
Yeah, that shit don't match.
No.
And I checked 2005, and the 27th is a weekday in 2005 too. So that explains why I got all my pictures and my video all mixed up.
Oh yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell they was doing with these tickets, but whatever.
They spoke up.
I'll worry
a
about
lot
it
of
then.
cutting and pasting.
I'll worry about it then.
There you go.
Welcome back to Cocktails and Crankshafts. It's your boy, the Killer Bee, the Africanized honeybee, the car blog guy. Guess what?
What?
My Easter autocross has been canceled due to coronavirus.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. And this episode is going to release so late in the year, nobody will care.
Or we'll still be on lockdown. So either way.
God, I hope we're not still on lockdown. But at current pace, this is scheduled to release October 15th. But today we are going to talk about, I'm sorry. With me tonight is my brilliant co-host, May. What up, May?
What's the dealio?
I'm enjoying a refreshing glass of water.
I'm drinking tea, honey, vanilla, chamomile, or some Twinings combination of such.
That is not tea. I drink black tea.
Lipton, straight up, huh?
Straight up. Okay, we are going to talk about NOPI Drag Racing Association, Drag Wars, Xbox
Yay.
Cup. For the purpose of today's discussions, I'm going to composite 2004 and 2005 together, and there's a reason for this. So according to my information, and I went to both of these events, but I've got an electronic ticket flyer advertisement that says that NOPI Virginia Xbox Cup was on April 23rd and 24th of 2005. Racing series, car show, website, Virginia Motorsports Park, Dinwiddie, Virginia. Now, that's all well and good, but I also have a ticket that says April 24, 2000, or April 27, 2004. Now, April 27, 2004 was a Tuesday.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Yeah, so my camcorder says April 24, 2004. The ticket says April 27, 2004. So I'm thinking that the ticket is wrong. Why they were pre-printed to say April 24th, April 27th, I do not know.
And why nobody caught that?
Because it clearly says weekend, Saturday, and the 24th was not a Saturday. The 27th was not a Saturday. So I don't know what the deal was with that. But anyway,
yeah, that's really weird.
Because of that, my video footage has gotten a little crossed up over the years because some of it had the time date stamp on it and some of it didn't. My digital photos would suggest that I was there on let me see what the properties Sunday, April 25th, 2004. which jives with the calendar, so I'm going to trust that.
Right. We're going to assume that that's correct.
Yep. So what I recall was 2005, I think I stayed at your place.
That sounds right.
You were out of town, so I had to feed Wilson. And me and Wilson were not getting along. But
was he trying to snuggle?
I did feed Wilson. We'll just leave it at that. I fed the cat and I locked the door, so I feel like I was a reasonably good guest.
I mean, things were simple. That's all I really needed.
Now, 2004 was interesting because I stayed with my buddy down in the Tidewater, and as you know, first of all, let's just go over some geography, because people would say things like Richmond. Well, I'm going to Richmond, or NOPI Drag Wars Richmond.
Dinwiddie is nowhere close.
Dinwiddie ain't in Richmond. First of all, Virginia Motorsports Park is barely in Dinwiddie.
Barely.
And then Dinwiddie ain't in Richmond.
Not even close.
Ain't even in Petersburg.
Nope.
Dinwiddie, it's a good little hump up the highway to get to Richmond from,
yes, it
from
is.
Dinwiddie, from VMP. So I was like, the fuck? Because that was the days before GPS and Google Maps. We were still doing MapQuest.
We were still doing MapQuest and printing them out.
Mm-hmm. So now I go to the track. I have a good time. I leave and I've got to drive down to Newport News. And they had just put in like the toll road that shortcuts across from at one side of Richmond to get you over to 64 in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I go down there, and 2004, so that's before they had any babies. So I got to stay in the spare room. And no big deal. I get up the next morning. I drive back to Dinwiddie without my cell phone.
Oh.
So I get to Dinwiddie, and I hang out all day. I'm like, damn, I got to go back and get my phone. A, do they know my phone is there? Right. I can't call them because I don't have my phone.
You don't have your phone.
Are they going to be there when I get there? Who knows? So I drive, after the event, I drive all the way back to Newport News, and they are home. I get my phone, and now I still got to drive all the way back to Richmond.
Oof. It's a lot of damn driving.
A lot of damn driving. But I was young and vigorous then. Now, the two events in my head run together entirely. And I know that that's not right, because the one year, all I have is race footage. There's no bikini girls. There's no bikini contests. There was an impromptu wet t-shirt / booty shaking contest over in the sound competition area. But there was not a legit stage production professional model bikini contest. In 2005 there was, and that was also the year that they do the Jello wrestling.
Fun with Jello.
What can I say? I'm deep enough into adult entertainment life at that point that girls rolling around in fake Jello just didn't do a whole lot for me.
I was gonna say, that's not doing anything for you other than just not even making you mad. It's not even.
The early days of NOPI were fun, even though everything was whack. I mean, like, the racing was fun. The bikini contests were like...
it was fun, but it was whack, though.
No, but look at this here. Gee, that spoiler looks really familiar. That spoiler on this black 240SX looks really, really familiar.
Yeah.
Because this is where I got the idea, I need to put one of these spoilers on my car. Like the exact same brand and model and size. Yeah. But and then let's look at this.
It's just a bunch of skinny chicks. And are they standing like under? Oh no, it looks like they're standing under bleachers, but I guess that's
no. They're behind the bleachers. They're on a stage, but they're behind the bleachers.
Stage, okay.
But the problem is, as you can see, I'm short. And this was the days before when when camcorders didn't have the flip out screen.
Yeah.
So I had to hold it above my head, and I had no idea what I was aiming at. It was about another 2 years before I got one with the flip-out screen where I could actually aim even though it was above my head. Also, I was a lot thinner then than I am now, but still holding your hand above your head for an hour at a time gets tiring.
Oh, yeah, that's work.
Yeah, so we're not going to watch this. This is boring. Now, the good news is that the racing was pretty good in the early years because they didn't have the drifting, and they didn't have a bunch of shit to distract you. You can just sit in the stand and watch the actual racing.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a SR20. Oh. Because, you know, I always scout out the Nissans.
Of course.
And that's a 280Z like I wanted the Blue Streak to look like, but the Blue Streak never made it that far. Never did like that car. Never did think that was good though.
No, that's not a look. I don't.
Nasty RX-7 here.
See the people in the crowd. That's the white T-shirt era. Everyone's been wearing the long, plain white tees.
Yeah.
Ah.
Pro drag racers with their ridiculous cars. One of these cars blew up.
Oh no.
Yes, it was a neon. He blew up. He left parts of his engine on the track. It was hilarious.
Oh damn.
But these are the pro teams. These are the guys. This is what made it worthwhile because going out to watch normal cars like what I had, people that had just spent a bunch of money on a regular street car is like, eh. But the pro, the fast pro cars. So that's drag racing.
Drag racing.
Is that a front-wheel drive Cobalt?
I don't know, but it's making a lot of smoke.
Yeah, that's not a real Cobalt. You know, that was the thing in the top classes. You had these custom-built tube frame fiberglass shell cars that were just really interesting to watch, especially the front drivers, because that was a comparatively new thing. I mean, you know, regular drag racing had always had big rear-wheel drive fiberglass cars. These the import classes got serious about the front-wheel drive classes, and it was interesting. They I mean, these cars never got, you know, NHRA fast, but they were pretty fast. I mean, these cars could knock out 9-10 second runs.
That says a lot. It looks cloudy.
It was cloudy because, you know, April in Virginia.
Yeah.
And there's a Supra. He's got a parachute, so.
Like I was telling him earlier, Jeremy, and I'm sure you remember this well. Starting here at Virginia, Chuck kind of got off to a slow start. Oh, yeah, he did.
Now, the one thing I didn't like was the constant narration from the booth.
Oh,
that used to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
And I understand that's their job. Their job is not just to announce the car. For cars like this, where they have an actual narrative, where they have information on the drivers and they know these people, you know, they're going to fill dead air. Whereas, like, if it's a regular testing tune, they'll be like, you know, blank blank from blank blank in a 1996 240SX and then, you know, 15-second index class. Lane 1, such and such and such and such in lane 2. Okay, they're lined up and here they go. Whereas with these guys, he's going, yep.
Yeah. He's trying to fill time.
Yep.
Looks like, sir, you don't need all of that. Relax.
No, but it's like the, you know, it's like the football and basketball analysts. They get paid to talk. You're not supposed to have dead air.
That is their gig.
And he got a solo run, so he's just going to take it easy. I always hated that, although it makes perfect sense. But this time he's got somebody in the other lane, so he should do it for real this time. That is incredible. So as much power as the Nissans have been known to make, the Toyota, the 2JZ, I don't know, because I don't know Toyota engine killers. Toyota engine codes don't make sense. Nissans, you have a letter that designates the engine family, and then you got 2 numbers that designate the displacement of the engine, and then whether it's dual cam, electronically injected, and turbocharged. That's all your numbers on a Nissan. Toyota's got weird codes that I don't understand. But anyway, the Supra, the inline 6 of the Supra would make power. I mean, like, it's nothing to get a 1,000 horsepower Supra and not blow it up.
Wow.
Like, you can get 1,000 out of a Nissan, but it becomes a grenade with a pinpool at that point. But these 2 high-power Supras, this should be a good race if nobody blows up. Let's see.
Let's see and find out. And then let's hope nobody blows
Oh, he
up.
smoked it.
Oh,
Smoked
done
his
and
tires.
done. Oh.
Done and done. 857, 982. And the 982 is still a full 6 seconds faster than the fastest I've ever gone down a quarter mile. He got off of it. Of course, he also has multiples of the amount of horsepower my car has, too. So.
Well, then there's that.
Then there's that. Because he's probably laying down legit 800, 900 horsepower, and my car would make 150 on a good day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That and the fact that these import cars made a different kind of sound than the V8s. Because, you know, I wasn't a rookie at the drag strip. I had been going to the drag strip since long before the imports were a thing.
Right.
And the sound of a small block or a big block American V8 on nitrous is a different sound than the sound of a turbocharged 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder.
Go, 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 go.
And here's the big Lexus, which of course still uses the same engine as the Supras. Because it's a Lexus in name only. Especially that, because that was a tube frame car. This is a real Supra. Looks like. It's a. Is that an old Corolla? It is an old rear drive Corolla. Or maybe it's Tub? Yeah, the joys of standard definition video.
Right. That's old
We
on
didn't
top
know
of
how
that.
bad it was. We didn't know how bad we had it until HD came along. Like, you were just happy to see shapes on the screen.
Right.
So yeah, that's a no. Is that an Eclipse? That might be a two-frame Eclipse rear drive. But the red car is definitely a Toyota Corolla. Old AE86 rear drive Corolla. Oh, I hate it when it sneaks like this. Get in the lights, Bo.
Right. You do it.
He's trying to make the boot burn of his engine. Too much. So again, that's drag racing strategy. If you know you can't win, because the cars are seated and they go multiple rounds, so you know what a guy can run by the time you get to the late rounds of the bracket. If you're in a straight up class where there's no offset on the tree, you're going heads up, and you know you can't beat him, then that's when you start playing games like seeing if you can make him burn up his engine or mess up his clutch waiting on the starting line. Because in the big fancy NHRA dragster, those engines aren't designed to run for more than a couple minutes. One, they don't have enough fuel.
Okay.
Two, their driveline components will overheat. The clutch
Okay,
packs.
that makes sense.
because they don't really have a transmission. They're sort of direct drive, and they're relying on clutch plates to wear between the clutch plates. And dudes, if they deep stage, they can make you break your car at the starting line, and then they win even though they're a slower car. So
Right.
there's some gamesmanship there sometimes. So that's a NOPI weekend in the olden days before all the before they had the show down to a sort of a science with the bikini contest and the foam pit and the drifting and all the other stuff, all the other accoutrement they added over the years.
Mm-hmm.
When it really just was mostly about the drag racing, and those were good times. But you know, we didn't know what we were missing yet, because
Right.
the other drag racing events I've been to that were just sponsored by local, like the first time I went to VMP was Striper Johns. It was a vinyl graphics company that sponsored,
Oh.
and that's the only time that I've been drag racing and I got a payout.
Oh, hey.
I got home and because I won the first round. Did I win the second round and lose in the third? No, I lost in the second round, but I was a fast loser. So about a week later, I got a check for $50 in the mail.
Hey.
Thank you for watching Cocktails and Crankshafts. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell icon, and we'll see you soon with new content.